just for a minute. Close your eyes for a second.
Welcome back to our weekly recap of the Real Housewives of Potomac. Now, this week's episode 8, was a little shady and very, very interesting indeed. Not that there was much to cover, but we will get across all the important tidbits that happened in this particular season or episode. First things first, if you're new here, thank you for subscribing. Like my comment, share this channel with your friends, and again, you never know, I might reply your comment when I see them. Guys, support this channel. We have to get it up and running, and we have to get it growing. Okay, we are so slow with the numbers, but we get there. We will get there. And just saying that alone gives me the confidence in believing in you. So subscribe, like, and comment. Now let's get into the talking point that was this episode of The Real Housewives of Potomac. Now, without my word, Stacey said she can host the show and steal it too. But that's not the case in this particular season premiere of her first season of being a housewife, because her side piece, best friend, friends with benefit TJ, is actually the one stealing the show from her feet, quite literally. You get to hear what I'm talking about. Now, Healing and Thriving is one of her, I don't know if it's one of many, but it seems to be a hit single of Ashley. I am not sure why she thinks she is a songstress, but I guess everybody have to give it a go. Red hot crack, they always say. Yeah, she decided, or from I think 3 episodes before this, she talked about redoing her is it EP or single? I'm not sure. And she did a few adjustments, and we got to hear her live perform this particular track on her event with, she and Giselle have got a clothing line, GNA Fusion. The mesh is already on sale, guys. Go get one. It looks cute. I don't know what I'll be wearing it for, but again, if you're interested in things like this, the merchandise is out there. Go get yourself one. It's now GNA Fusion. They sell leisure as well as host fitness events to get people into wellness, support brain cancer. It's a lot going on for this particular brand. But we kick things off straight into this particular event. From last episode, we saw the girls gathered at Jazzy's partners celebration at the White House, and Giselle and Ashley hosted or invited the girls to come up for this event. Now everyone turned up with the exception of Karen, who has her court date less than 24 hours away. So they turned up, did a few exercise, and we got to the nitty-gritty of things. Ashley did perform. I would say one thing. I don't know. She needs a coach. Okay, and this is not me being shady. I feel like she has a lot more work to be done. I know you're trying to get to Candice's level, okay, because that's where I'm leveling it. We're not there yet, but yeah, you still need a few more fine tuning or not auto tuning, just to get the tunes and read them right. Just my quick feedback. I guess you would say constructive feedback. Yes. So at the end of this particular fusion event, which I would say looked out to be a success because they had so many people in attendance, food vendors dishing out free food, and at the end they had to sit down and listen to Mia's on and off again situation, or when she had to recap the event that happened, or the showdown between Ink and Gordon. Now, she did not sell the story properly because we saw what happened. She tried to embellish and criticize or play the victim as always to make Gordon look bad. I think the girls sort of caught on. They just did not know how to address it. They felt empathic for her, showed her some form of sympathy, which she really needed. Well, you could tell they were very skeptical. She ended up saying Ink has decided to take a step back just to let Gordon be. Well, guess what? The step back was literally 3 hours. I don't think there was a step back at all if you're going to listen to what Giselle had to say following this. Now, the girls ended the day by coming together and praying or saying a little prayer for Karen, who had a court date the next day. Now, this particular, before we get it, you already know court was adjourned until September 23, and now we are in November. So I did do some Google search. Apparently there is a trial date set for next year, if I'm not mistaken, because the from the 20 September adjournment, the case or Karen's case was more, she wanted the case dismissed based on the fact that her Miranda's right wasn't read to her. Miranda's right is a right that's read to you, like if you say anything it could be used against you in the court of law, and so she said that wasn't read to her, and I think the judge dismissed that because she said Karen was talking to the EMT emergency personnel that were present, and not directly to the police. Police were just there as well assisting, and so in that point in time she should have known, or rather say less. But safe to say there is still more to be heard about Karen's DUI charges. I just hope and pray that it goes well for all parties involved. You know, when it comes to legal issues, it's a nightmare in itself. It's mentally exhausting, emotionally draining, financially as well. So I feel for the woman. You know what, sometimes you don't want to do the crime. Exactly as it is, you don't want to do the crime. We do know court was adjourned because the girls gathered again on the court day to, you know, speak on the situation with what's her name, Karina or Kiana, letting the girls know that she spoke to Karen, and yes, court was postponed or adjourned until September, and there is no resolution. The girls shared a few sentiments as to the series of adjournments leading up to the date they had a second adjournment, and so, you know, it's just speculation at this point. We really don't know a lot, and it's not in our place to speak on legal matters. We'll move on very quickly from here because Ashley now turns 36. The girl is, you know, she's grown before our very eyes, if I say so myself. She invited her uncle and uncle's wife to, you know, talk about events leading up to her separation and divorce, as well as mediation, negotiations, and briefing. Basically, she's ready for it, and I guess as a family, they support her decision, and they want her to excel and accomplish all she needs to accomplish for her little boys. And I would say the same. You know what, Ashley, do what you need to do for your success. It is you and those boys, and the future, you know, it's yours to take. Stacy, I did say that Stacy's partner, best friend, is the one literally stealing the show and also hosting the show, because TJ was present at the GNA Fusion event. He seemed a little bit, I don't know, this guy, there's just something weird about him. And personally, I think he's on the show to promote his acting career. I'll say this. He's promoting his acting career, quite frankly. He's not into Stacy at all. Stacy, I think, knows this. Let's not beat around the bush. This woman is close to 40, and if you tell me she has no clue after being married for 16 years to know when someone is not into you, this guy is not into her. And I'm pretty much sure if she's in on this is a way to build up storyline to get on the show. Now, to discredit this guy in this way, they should let us know that they are both acting, because this guy has no emotional attachment to this woman. He pretty much doesn't even want to be close to her. He pretty much doesn't want her to touch him. Now, I will tell you the scene that played out towards the end, and this was at Wendy's party. Now, before we get to Wendy's event, we saw Mia picking up her partner Ink, where they literally pretty much dissed Gordon to the point where I found really disrespectful. You know, I don't know what's going on here. It is so disrespectful. On one hand, Ink wants to stay back. On the other hand, Ink is back and now disrespecting Gordon. And it's all about promoting co-parenting to support the children's mental health. There is no way this is supporting the children's mental health if these two are going to be frolicking around in their faces and in this way. It's quite disrespectful. Someone needs to, draw the line here. Bravo, I don't know. But I guess we all need a drama to promote content, and we get what we get, and we shouldn't get upset, right? Yes, Wendy is preparing for another birthday celebration. I think this is the proper one. The one that happened in Lake Norman or in North Carolina was just with the girls. Now she's bringing in everyone, including her family. And this particular event, Karen did show up because she had missed 2 or 3 events prior. Now we see everyone gathered. It was a nice festive event. Wendy's mom had a go at Mia. They pretty much tried to settle some score from the last season where Mia literally alluded to Wendy's mom being a witch. And so Wendy's mom, she's an area woman. That woman is very extra, literally started firing prayer on Mia. Mia, clueless as always, or pretending to not care. You know, it was just weird. It was funny. But I would say Wendy's mom made her know that I'm onto you and I'm praying for you. If you come for me, my prayer is going to go for you in a negative way. But if you come for me in a positive way, my prayer is going to go to you in a positive way. That's what I read. I got from that particular situation. Full swing mode. Party was successful. But there was one thing. Stacy and TJ again walked in. Before you know it, they separated. It seemed as if they had a verbal altercation before they got to the event, because the body language was so off you could cut the silence with a knife. It ended up to the point where TJ finally got to the table where they were all allocated, you know, sittings, and next thing he's like, oh, so you just now thought of me, or you remembered me? TJ, you're not 2 years old. You don't need a babysitter to babysit you and usher you or introduce you to everyone. You're meant to make social contact. In fact, you're an actor. Isn't that what you guys do? That's what you guys do. Connect, network. What's the big deal? How was this so difficult? And the next thing I think you could hear Stacy a little bit frustrated, trying to pacify or apologize for whatever. And the next thing I heard was, don't touch me. Don't touch me. And it was very forceful, very vicious, very mean intent. And this is where I'm like, what is this woman doing? Why is she with this guy? What is going on here? The night ended with the girl sitting down, again, bringing up Mia's situation, because Mia did say Ink was now taking himself off the game. But guess what? Apparently, 24 hours prior after the fact, Mia, Gordon, and Ink and the kids were playing in the pool. And this is where I said that particular scene that was showed in the last episode was very staged, because it would appear Gordon was not aware that they were going to be taping. He's cordial with them off camera. However, on camera is another story. But then you could see off camera that there was a camaraderie between Ink, Gordon, the kids, and Mia. Mia shared an Instagram story to represent this fact. And so when the girl sat down and addressing Mia, like, what is going on? Like, you said this, that, now this is what we are seeing. To the point where she's like, oh, the kids of my fathers, or my kids' fathers can get along. And that is where it ended, because it got the girls spooked and confused as to fathers. Are there multiple fathers? Is there something you're not telling us, Mia? And I guess we're going to be finding out a little bit about this in next episode. And so, guys, what do you think? With Karen's court case adjourned, as I can tell you, there wasn't much that happened in the September adjournment. I think this is going to go to trial, and from what Wendy said, it could go from anywhere to time served, a house arrest, you know, community service, and all of that. So it's an interesting one. And again, what do you think? I don't know the criminal laws as it relates to alcohol and driving under the influence and stuff like this in America. But if you know something, come on the comment section and share with us. Now, I am thinking I'm no longer going to be commenting about Stacy when there's TJ there, because it's literally irritating to watch these two just play in my face. It's annoying now. What do you think? Because personally, I'm over Stacy and TJ. There's nothing there. The girls were giving advice to Stacy regarding her upcoming separation. Stacy thinks that they're going to be amicable. Well, Stacy, we wish you all the amicability in the court of law when it comes to separation and mediation and division of assets. I don't know how it's going to go for you. If you can successfully get a good one out of it, then yes. However, track has shown that it never goes as you anticipate. The person you're divorcing is not the person you married. So there you go. Again, girls, I am here for content. I'm here for action. I'm here for lots of laugh. I'm getting very little. In the next episode, there will be more to talk about. Again, stay with me. I need you here. And thank you for watching. Please, again, subscribe. I'll see you soon. Be safe and stay focused.